From Brunswick Community College today on YouTube, it's Dolphins basketball as your 2-7 Brunswick Dolphins host the 5-6 Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. It's been a while. Been a while for the Dolphins. They have not played in 10 days. On January 8th, Brunswick lost at Wake Tech 73-58. In that game, Dolphins were outscored by 12 in the fourth. Just kind of a game where they ran out of gas. Brunswick season high 44% from three. Amaya Glenn had 17 on 5 of 10 shooting from three. Princess Kennedy just missed a double-double with 15 and 9. Meanwhile, for the Flying Eagles in Southwest Virginia, on Thursday, they lost at home against Milligan's JV program 59-54. They've lost 4 straight. First of a back-to-back on the road for the Flying Eagles. They'll take on Fayetteville Tech tomorrow. And for Brunswick, first of a back-to-back here at home. We'll be with you again on Tuesday for Lewisburg. Starting lineup time for Thad Lambert and the Flying Eagles. It's number 2, Tamalia Francis. Number 4, Maddie Day. Number 10 is Paige Neathhammer. Number 20 is Kirsten Johnson. And number 21, Emma Owens. And today for Joe Gawham, it's number 4, Chelsea Rivera. Number 5, Princess Kennedy. Number 11 is Amaya Glenn. Number 22, Destiny Mitchell. And number 30 is Kaya Starling. So that's the starters for both of these teams. For Brunswick, 3 of the next 4 at home. They'll be at Catawba Valley on the 26th at 1, and then home against Wake on the 28th to wrap up January. Then it's going to be a very, very busy road schedule for Brunswick in February. We'll talk more about that. Correction, Kaya Starling not starting today. It's number 15, Nashia Williams. I thought I was off there, and I am. Paige Neathhammer, one of the best in the country. In fact, the best rebounder in all of JUCO sports. Takes the opening tip. We've been having trouble with our scoreboard. We're having a little bit of trouble with the Wi-Fi in the gym, folks. So I'm just going to give you the time and score as best as I can as the 3 ball goes down there over on the far side. But she was out of bounds. So Francis gets the 3, but the bucket is no good, so we're scoreless on the turnover. So for Brunswick, rebounding obviously going to be a big key here today. Princess Kennedy going to have to come up big on the boards, as she does right there with an offensive rebound. Couldn't get the putback, though. And now here comes Southwest Virginia. So Neathhammer leading the country, 13.8 rebounds per game. She has the basketball out near midcourt. Opening minute, no score yet. Neathhammer cut off at the half circle as they surround her. Smart idea. Here's an open look for Owens for 3. Can't get it to go. Neathhammer, not a great offensive rebounder, believe it or not. Just 1.9 per game. Her putback there on that offensive rebound comes up short. So first minute in the books. No score yet between Brunswick and Southwest Virginia. And we got some buffering going on. Like I said, there is some weather in the area in that gym. Remember, Brunswick County, very rural. We've jumped ahead in time, and the first bucket goes, and it's Williams, I believe, getting it. So we're just going to do the best that we can for you here today. But yeah, we're gonna have a little technical difficulties here and there, most likely. Neathhammer is fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line. We can talk a little bit more about her season. 20.6 points per ball game, 13.8 rebounds, and a block and a half roughly per game. Top D2 rebounder, as I mentioned, 13.8. Leads the nation in defensive rebounds per game at 11.9. As a result, Southwest Virginia, 4th in the nation in defensive rebounding at 33.1. She is 15th in the nation, and she also leads Region 10 in points per game as she gets her first bucket here. Okay, so Neathhammer gets them both. We are tied at 2. 8:20 left to go here in the opening quarter. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio in Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, we certainly appreciate it. Here's Glenn. Can she stay hot from 3? Missed her first one here this afternoon. Mitchell, the offensive rebound. Kennedy, the bunny from the baseline. No, another offensive rebound. 3rd already for Brunswick. And then Williams throws it away. So out in transition, it's Owens right to the hoop. Correction, that's Francis right to the hoop. And she scores to make it 4-2 Southwest Virginia. 7:50 left to go here in the opening quarter. Mitchell, Kennedy down low. Her shot rejected by Neathhammer. The throw ahead goes to Owens. Owens bucket in the foul. .7:31 left to play here in this opening quarter. 6-2 Southwest Virginia. The Flying Eagles on a 6-0 run, and Owens at the line. 61% free throw shooter. Well, they did not count that bucket? This should be that's an and one. What are we doing here? Okay. Slow reaction times by the officials. Oh, apparently their motors are slow, like our Wi-Fi is slow today because of the weather. So they were slow to. There was a little buffering there from the officials. It's Mitchell on the wing, and we got a whistle away from the ball, I believe. I did not see any signal, but it is a Dolphins turnover. 7:18 left to go in the first quarter. 7-2 Southwest Virginia. Flying Eagles on a 7-0 run. Williams the lone bucket for Brunswick. Neathhammer goes cross court. Here's Day for 3. Yes. These two teams met twice last year, and it was not particularly close in either game. A 35-point victory for the Eagles in Brunswick in December of last season, I should say. And then they won by 72 points in Virginia. It was 103-31. So this is not a deep Southwest Virginia team, but it's a very good one. Quick 3 by Francis, can't get it to go. Neathhammer has 3 offensive rebounds. Remember how I said she's not a very good offensive rebounder? Shows you what I know. 12 straight points for Southwest Virginia, and they lead by 10, 12-2, 6:20 remaining in the quarter. Williams has the lone bucket, gets it to Mitchell. Here is Rivera, and the reverse by Kennedy had that swatted by Johnson. Kirsten Johnson with her second block of the game. She is 3rd in Region 10 with 1.6 per game. Neathhammer is 5th with 1.4. Vanoy is in for Southwest Virginia. Kaylin Vanoy. Again, just 7 deep for both of these teams. Kaya Starling checks in for Brunswick. Rivera to Starling for 3. No good. Dolphins have been shooting better from 3, but not so far today. 36% from 3 in the last 3 games for Brunswick. The previous 3 games, they were 4 for 31. 12-2, Southwest Virginia, 5:56 to go in the quarter. And Rivera is off on her first attempt. Chelsea Rivera, 12 points per ball game. Here's a steal by Glenn. Going to need that from Amaya. Amaya to the bucket, counted in the foul. So Glenn gets her first point. Glenn and Rivera are going to have to average at least 8 steals a game between those two for the rest of the year for Brunswick to be competitive. Things have certainly changed with the roster. So Amaya Glenn, 59% free throw shooter, can't get it to go. Neathhammer with 4 points and 5 rebounds, I believe, already. Maybe 6. Here's Francis, top of the key now for the Flying Eagles. 12-4, Southwest Virginia, as Neathhammer goes to the line. 5:30 left to go here in the first quarter. And the Dolphins up to 3 team fouls now, 1 for Southwest Virginia. 69% free throw shooter for the, I'm just going to say it already, the 2025 first team all-region, if not Region 10 Player of the Year, Paige Neathhammer, who's up to 5 points. She's definitely first team. It's January 18th. I'm going to go out on a limb there. So Neathhammer, 6 points and 5 rebounds. 14-4. Southwest Virginia. 5:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Rivera being aggressive. Dolphins going to need that. Chelsea Rivera scores her first bucket. Harvey is in. Harvey throws a high, wild pass, but it's recovered by Day. So Grace Harvey and Vanoy both on the court for the first time. Vanoy misses on the long 3. Day's got the rebound. She'll fire a triple off the back iron. And it's tipped out of bounds, last touch by Glenn. With 4:54 left to go here in this opening quarter, we're going to go to our first timeout. 14-6 is the correct score. Southwest Virginia with a good start here today. .54 left to go here in this opening quarter. 14-6, Southwest Virginia. They have the basketball. Chris Sheeman here with you. Down low, they find Harvey, who misses her first shot attempt. Williams, the rebound, pushes it. Here's Rivera to the hoop. Rivera had it swatted by Francis. So 25 on the shot clock. 4:44 here in this first quarter. Day attacks. Day can't get it to go, but she's fouled. Or correction, Rivera fouled. Francis will go out. Second team foul, second foul on Francis as well for Southwest Virginia. 3 on Brunswick. And the free throw shooting continues to be a struggle for Brunswick as a team. They are below 50% from the free throw line. Chelsea Rivera normally very good at the line, 73% though, as she gets 1 out of 2. So 3 for Rivera, 2 for Glenn, 2 for Williams. 14-7, Southwest Virginia with 4:40 to go here in this, 4:35, excuse me, to go here in the first quarter. Harvey gets it up top. Here's Vanoy from downtown. Got it to go. A player who has not seen a lot of run. Flying Eagles, Dolphins both lost some players from the opening day roster. So Kaylin Vanoy getting some run here. Came in just 1 of 6 from 3 prior to that one. Buries her first one. Glenn from the elbow answers back. So 17-9. Southwest Virginia. Just inside 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Neathammer with 6. There's a steal by Rivera, and then she gives it right back. Vanoy will try it from the right side now in rhythm. Buries her second. So 6 quick points from Vanoy. 20-9, Southwest Virginia. 3:40 to go in the quarter. The flip shot no good by Glenn. Neathammer yet another rebound. Here is Owens in the forecourt. And the entry pass deflected by Chelsea. Williams goes out. Princess Kennedy comes back in. So Kennedy, with Shantae Douglas out for the rest of the year, she is really going to be counted upon to do the bulk of the work down low. You see her make an impact defensively right off the bench there. That's what she's going to have to do all season long. Real good opportunity for Kennedy as well to get a ton of run. High pass, she recovers. The turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound by Vinoy. 3 minutes left to go, 20-9 Southwest Virginia. Neathhammer swings it out. Catch and shoot three is no good by Owens. Hit her first, not that time. Ball deflected. Players diving for it. Starling gets tied up. Jump ball possession arrow favors Brunswick. 2:45 to go. Dolphins down 11. We'll be with you again Tuesday, 5 p.m. for Lewisburg. As I mentioned, 3 of the next 4 at home. And then 5 of 7 on the road in the month of February for Brunswick. Nice start to this game for the Flying Eagles. Came in on a 4-game losing streak. Destiny Mitchell down low. This is a long road trip. That's both of these coaches. Kennedy draws contact. Both teams now with 3 team fouls here late in this first quarter. Princess Kennedy will go to the line for 2 with 2:20 left to play. Kennedy's up her scoring totals to 10.3 points per ball game. Had 30 points total in her last 2 games combined, 13 of 29 shooting during that stretch, and getting more shots up. Like I said, she's going to now that Shantae's out. Kennedy, 12.3 field goal attempts per game in the last 4 games, 8.2 in the first 5 games of the year. So she's getting 4 more shots up per game. Gets 1 out of 2 at the free throw line, 20-10. Southwest Virginia doubling up Brunswick. Here's Rivera. Ball fake, attacks, left it short. Got it back on the deflection. Swings it out. Here's Glenn for 3. Knew it was long. And then it's Rivera losing it out of bounds in a foot race with Johnson, who's in the game now. Kirsten Johnson back out there as Neathhammer gets her first rest here today. So 1:42 to play here in the opening quarter. Johnson on the left wing. Here is Owens up top. Entry pass recovered by Harvey. Harvey got blocked by Starling, but they call a foul. 14 fouls on Brunswick now. Another sub as Neathhammer. Her rest is brief. She's back in for Johnson, I believe. Harvey missed the first free throw. Good free throw shooter, Grace Harvey, 71%. So Flying Eagles going to take on Fayetteville Tech tomorrow, and then at home on Tuesday against Mount Olive's JV team. Harvey gets her first point. 21-10, Southwest Virginia. Good opening quarter as they lead it by 11.
Oh my gosh.
Glenn with the handoff to Williams. Starling to Glenn in the corner. Glenn
You did the work, go up.
forced that pass. Vinoy was ready for it, and she comes away with the steal. Approaching a minute to go here in this first quarter. It's been a long first quarter, but a good one for the Flying Eagles as they lead it 21-10. 3 by Day in the corner, can't get it to go. And Glenn's got another rebound. Maya Glenn, just under 12 points per ball game. She's got 4 to lead Brunswick here in the quarter. Williams handoff to Starling. Glenn, Mitchell, Starling for 3. Nice ball movement there for Brunswick. And Kaya Starling benefits. So 21-13 Shot clock is off for Southwest Virginia as we wrap up the first quarter. Vinoy's been hot. Can't get it that time. Still a few seconds to work with, and that's going to be a good bucket for Owens, who's up to 5 points. Can the Dolphins get a quick look here with the clock winding down? It's going to be a travel instead. Owens will pick it up. Just seconds left to work with here. And we're frozen in time again. So the bucket is no good by Harvey, and the first quarter comes to an end. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a moment. All right, folks, again, we're having all kinds of trouble today, and we're doing our best. It's weird because we've never had these kind of streaming issues at Brunswick, but it's just one of those days, internet-wise, where it's not cooperating with us. So we are underway in the second quarter, and I'm debating pulling the plug on this so that we can try to make some adjustments to make things run a little bit smoother the rest of the game, but we'll see how it goes and if the problems will fix themselves or not. How can you tell if you're having internet trouble when you're watching a game and they're having internet trouble, meaning the streamers? Well, when you see things jump ahead like that, that's a product of poor internet connection at the building itself. So if you ever see that, if you're ever watching a game and it just all of a sudden jumps ahead, it's not your internet, it's theirs. A little IT troubleshooting for you. But yeah, this is too bad to continue with, so we're going to take a little technical break here, folks. And I'm going to coordinate things with the folks at the gym, and we're going to see if we could do this a little bit better. Okay, 26-15 is your score. Southwest Virginia. We're in the opening minutes and change here in the second quarter. Chris Sheeman back here with you, and Paige Neathhammer is fouled, so she's going to go to the line. All my stats at this point, because I'm so focused on trying to keep the stream alive, are off, but I've got Neathhammer with at least 6 points. Oh, I thought we had something here. Okay, so Neathhammer made the first free throw, and off on the second. Rebound by Mitchell. Oh, I was so close. All right, folks. Time to take another break. I do apologize. We'll be back. Okay, things seem to be a little bit better. So we'll see how it goes here. I'm trying to get them to show us the scoreboard because I have no idea what's going on right now. I have no idea what the score is, and I have no idea how much time is left. So, yeah. Just doing what we can today. This is one of those ones. It happens. Neathammer with a nice move to the bucket. I do know Southwest Virginia is still up. But in the little glimpses of video that we've gotten, we have seen the Dolphins start to cook a little bit more offensively, start to get a few more three-point shots. That three is going to be too strong. Rebound controlled by Rivera. Rivera and Glenn have done a nice job on the glass here today as Williams gets her second bucket at least to go. And again, I do apologize. I have no idea what the score is or the time because we're just not getting that vantage point right now. But I will communicate that to them as soon as we get a timeout. Does look like the Dolphins are fighting their way back here. That's Glenn going to the hoop. So I've got Glenn with at least 6 points here in this opening half. Oh, thank God. A timeout. I've never wanted one more in my life. We'll be right back. All right, so we have 4:53 left to play here in this first half, and the Dolphins have cut into this deficit. It's 31-26 in favor of Southwest Virginia. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. So just past the midway point here in this second quarter, much better offensive second quarter for the Dolphins. Neathhammer cut off, swings it out to Day. Extra pass over to Owens. Owens with 5 in the game, can't get that bucket to go. Another offensive rebound. Both teams actually have done a nice job on the offensive glass. 4:21 left to go here in the first half. Day for 3. Oh, got it to hang on the rim and go down. So Day, I've got her with 6. Some of these stats are going to be off because we've had some delays. So 34-26 now. Rivera too strong off the glass. Here's Francis into the forecourt. And that shot is too strong. Neathhammer flies in for another offensive rebound, and she's fouled yet again by Kennedy.
Maya, start rebounding.
Kaya Starling going to come back in as Williams goes to the bench. And the first free throw, no good for Neathhammer. And gets the second. I've got her in double figures now with 10. 35-26. 9-point lead for Southwest Virginia. Starling, top of the key. Over to Glenn. Kennedy. Corner shot, no good. And that's going off Glenn out of bounds back to the Eagles. And I believe we're going to go to another timeout. 3:29 left to go here in this first half. We will step aside as well. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you here this afternoon. 9-point advantage for Southwest Virginia. Had led by double figures. Dolphins cut it down to 5. Now the Eagles trying to push it back out. Johnson back in the game. Her turnaround bucket no good. Starling with the rebound. And now Glenn into the front court. Jenny Smith in the game. Hands it off to Starling. Glenn had it poked away by Francis as we go inside 3 minutes to go here in the half. And Glenn staying aggressive, going to the free throw line. 3rd team foul on Southwest Virginia. Just 2 on Brunswick. Amaya Glenn double figures in all but 1 game this year. 6th in the region in steals per game at 3.1. As I mentioned, her and Rivera are going to have to up that a little bit. Not only their scoring production, but like I said, we need to get them both around about 4 steals per game. And she gets 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. I've got her with 7. That's a conservative number. 35-27. Southwest Virginia, 2:45 to go in the half. Owens got cut off. Francis cross court to Day for 3. Yes. Day's got 9. Maddie Day, 36% three-point shooter. As a team, Southwest Virginia just 26%. Dolphins 25%. Both teams shooting better from three here today, it seems. Starling's got a triple. She'll try a midi this time off the back iron. Rebound by Francis. 2:14 left to go. 8-point game. Here is Owens. Deflected down low, and the little flip shot is good there by Johnson. I've got her with her first bucket. 40-27. Minute 55 left to go. Rivera looking for contact, and instead she's going to be whistled. So both teams now with 3 team fouls here late in the half. At halftime, folks, we're going to shut the video down completely. We'll keep this stream, the stream you're watching, going, but you're going to see a lot of black for 15 minutes while we troubleshoot some things. So just giving you a heads up on that. Owens into the front court. Now Southwest Virginia pushing it out to a 13-point advantage. Dolphins have been as close as 5 here in the quarter. Ooh, that three went in and out by Day. Almost went back down. Neathhammer another rebound. Starling, though, on the bad pass. Here's Glenn. Back out, Kaya for 3. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Owens. Vinoy back in, hit a couple triples. Bucket no good that time. Mitchell's got the board. Here comes Brunswick, approaching a minute to go in the half. It is Glenn. Rivera back out. Glenn for 3. Missed it back rim. And Neathhammer already with a double-double here in this first half. Top rebounder in all of D2, Paige Neathhammer. Johnson swings it out. Catch and shoot 3, no good. By Day, I believe it was. Now here's Smith. Smith going one-on-one with Vinoy. Draws contact. 4th team foul on the Flying Eagles. On a 4-game losing streak, they do have a winning Region 10 record at 4-3. 5-6 overall, though. Williams back in the game, and Jenny Smith at the charity stripe. No good on that first one. I haven't had a chance to pay much attention to the YouTube chat. Misty, are you Thad's, got to be Thad's maybe wife or family member, something like that? Last shot time for the Eagles if they want to hold here with a 13-point lead. Day attacks, and they turn it over instead. So Brunswick now has an opportunity. Glenn over to Rivera. Williams just inside the arc, couldn't get it to go. Neathhammer the rebound, and that'll do it for the first half. 40-27, Southwest Virginia with a 13-point lead. We'll take the halftime break, come back, and bring you all the second half action here in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody. We are underway here in this third quarter. Whew, did we have a halftime? I believe we've got everything all squared away for you, though, as Rivera starts the half strong for Brunswick. The only thing that I don't have is player point totals. We're still waiting on that. But I do believe that we won't have the scoreboard still, so Danielle, who's doing a great job at the gym, and she and I will make sure that you can see it there in the top left when the ball's on this side of the court. But I'll also keep you updated. Nice ball movement there for Southwest Virginia. Day couldn't get the three. Neathhammer couldn't get the putback, and the Dolphins get a stop here in the opening minute of this third quarter. 5-6 Flying Eagles from Southwest Virginia trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. 2-7 Brunswick Dolphins looking for their first Region 10 victory of the season. Princess Kennedy hesitates, takes the jumper, no good. Neathhammer with the rebound. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio in Ohio, wherever you're watching from. We appreciate it. Got some folks on the chat. Can't say anything bad about Thad Lambert today. Got to behave. And also hi to Amber, who's watching from Kentucky. Wonder who you're rooting for. The jumper on the right side as Harvey gets the start. So Grace Harvey getting the start here in the second half in place of Johnson. And a nice move to the bucket there by Glenn, who scores. So Glenn approaching double figures. She might be in double figures. And the Dolphins still kind of hanging around. They had a bad offensive start to this game, but they're within 9 now. And Neathhammer will try to put her team up double figures here in the opening couple of minutes as she goes to the free throw line. First foul in the quarter. And it's on Brunswick, and for Mitchell, it's her third. So Neathhammer gets the first one. Already a double-double for her today. She had a double-double at halftime. And I've got her with 11 points. That might not be accurate. In fact, I can almost guarantee it's not accurate, but we'll check on it. So 1 out of 2 at the free throw line for Paige Neathhammer. Kaya Starling is back in the game after Mitchell picked up her third foul. Here's Glenn, top of the key. Williams gets a screen. Attacks, leaves it for Kennedy left of the lane. Trying to get it over Harvey, blocked but fouled. 7 on the shot clock. Princess Kennedy will go to the free throw line. And good on that first one for Kennedy. One out of 2 for her as well. So both teams trading free throws as Francis brings it into the front court. 9-point advantage. And Starling gets the tie up. The possession arrow will keep it with the Flying Eagles. Harvey goes out of the game. Johnson comes in for Thad Lambert's team. First of a back-to-back here in Eastern North Carolina. They'll be at Fayetteville Tech tomorrow, also a 1 p.m. start time. Ball trickles out. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 by Owens. Owens hit her first. Neathhammer trying to clean up, misses the bunny. Kennedy's got the rebound. Kennedy pushing, taking on the entire team, and then lost the dribble. Sloppy offense there for Brunswick. Owens into the front court. Here is Johnson. Neathhammer 3 minutes in was looking for Johnson, and they say it's off Brunswick. Francis on the right wing. Neathammer at the free throw line down to Johnson. And that two-headed monster, Johnson and Neathammer, a lot of good defensive efforts, and they hook up there to put the Flying Eagles back up by 11, 43-32 here in the third quarter. Kaya Starling out to Kennedy. Here's Rivera out deep with it. And another turnover for Brunswick. And they're going to say, or originally they didn't count it, and then they decided to count that bucket. So 45-32 now for Francis, an opportunity for an old school three-point play. Francis now with 4 in the game. Make it 5 as she buries the free throw. 46-32. Rivera catches a high pass. Williams back out to Rivera. And she's fouled. So a lot of whistles here in the early going of this one. If I go quiet, it's because I got the first half stats and I'm trying to do some math. So Rivera gets the first free throw to go. Chelsea, 73% free throw shooter on the season. Buries both from the charity stripe. 46-34 now. So Dolphins showing a little trap, and Day had it swatted by Kaya Starling. 5:45 to go here in this third quarter. And it'll stay with Southwest Virginia with 20 on the shot clock. Neathammer left of the lane. Here is Day, game high 14 for her. Down low, Neathammer, triple team, back out Day for 3. Offensive rebound by Johnson, immediately trapped in the corner. Here is Owens from downtown, not that time. Another offensive rebound for Neathammer. Came in averaging just 1.9 offensive rebounds a game. I mentioned top rebounder in JUCO hoops, but she has crashed the offensive glass as much as she has crashed the defensive glass here today for this Flying Eagles team. She traveled with the basketball, though, so Brunswick gets it back. At the midway point here in quarter number 3, Dolphins trying to cut it to single digits or at least get within 10, down by 12 here on this possession. Starling drives in out to Glenn, and Glenn was out of bounds. That'll take us to a timeout. 4:57 left to play here in this third quarter. Will it take us to a timeout? Yes, it will. We'll be back right after this. 4:57 left to play here in this third quarter. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. And the Dolphins trailing Southwest Virginia by 12. I said Day's got a game-high 14. I'm kind of double-checking here as she buries a corner 3. So she's got at least 17. I don't know if she's got the high in the game because I still don't have Neathhammer's totals added up. Answer by Kennedy. So Kennedy now with 8. Francis on the left side goes cross court to Owens. Day again. Gets a screen. Defense stays with her, though. Dolphins in a zone. Shot clock winding down. Day had to get it off. She did. Couldn't get the bucket. Now numbers for Brunswick. 4 on 3, and they throw it out of bounds. No, it was deflected, they say, by the Eagles. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I've got Neathhammer with 11 points today, and that's where she is. So Day does lead them with 17. Maddie Day came in averaging 9.7 on the season, so she's having a real good day, and that's in part, though, because of Paige Neathhammer. If you see it defensively for Brunswick, they're really trying to collapse on Neathhammer at every opportunity, so that's leaving some of these shooters open as Kennedy gets the first free throw to go. So Kennedy chance to get into double figures. She does. Looking really good at the free throw line too, Princess Kennedy. She's got 10. All right, so I think I have all my point totals all squared away now. Rivera bounce passes it down low. That's going to be Johnson touching it last. So for Southwest Virginia, I mentioned Day with 17, Neathhammer with 11. 6 for Vinoy, 5 for Francis, 5 for Owens, 4 for Johnson, and 1 for Harvey. For Brunswick, Glenn's got 14. Kennedy's in double figures now with 10. Rivera now approaching double figures. She has 9. 6 for Williams, 3 for Starling. And it's 49-40. And get 52-40. So a Flying Eagles team that came in not shooting particularly well from 3 this season has really picked that up. Neathhammer gets the block. Vinoy is in. Pay attention if you're in Kentucky. She's out there. Here is Johnson. All swung over to Day. Johnson fakes, drives in, dumps it for Neathhammer. Missed it short, might have been blocked. Got it back, counted in the foul. Baker's dozen for Neathhammer here today. So Vinoy is up to 9 points after she hit that triple moments ago. Neathhammer now with 13. And we've got 2:39 still to go here in this third quarter. So Neathhammer now up to 14. I mentioned Day was 17. Here's Glenn. Team high 14. Kennedy throws a rocket over the head of Williams. She saves it. It came to Johnson, and then it's recovered by Brunswick. Here's Rivera from downtown. Neathhammer the board. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in this opening quarter, third quarter here in the second half. Lean up to 15. And a traveling on Johnson there. Southwest Virginia came in second in the region in blocks per game at 3.7. We've seen Johnson get a couple, Neathhammer get a couple as well today. Dolphins 3.4 blocks per game. They're near the top of the region in that category. Starling's got a SWAT here this afternoon. Kaya now in the corner with it. Takes it to the wing. Kennedy, step back jumper is off the rim. And a fight for the rebound. Janice Smith with the hustle play as she got the deflection there. The officials might be talking about the shot clock, maybe. Not sure what had us held up there, but Williams to inbound it. Kennedy attacking off the glass. No. Harvey's got the rebound. Minute 30 to go in quarter number 3. Southwest Virginia leading it by 15. Vinoy trying to add to it. Harvey somehow got that rebound and then draws the contact. So Grace Harvey going to the free throw line. Grace Harvey, 71% free throw shooter, 1 out of 2 in the first half for her lone point here this afternoon. Harvey came in averaging 5 points, almost 4 rebounds a game. Nice third addition to the size down low for Southwest Virginia. We talk about Johnson and Neathhammer a lot so far today. 57-40. Southwest Virginia leads it. Minute 10 to go in quarter number 3. Smith to Kennedy, the turnaround shot. Too strong. Neathhammer the rebound. Owen surveys over to Day. Neathhammer, defender went for the steal, and that left her open. She's got 16 now here on the day. 59-40, Southwest Virginia has opened it up, their biggest lead of the game. Inside a minute to go here in the third quarter. Glenn from downtown, too strong. Smith with the rebound. Here's Kennedy, half-circle jumper, and air ball that goes out of bounds. Shot clock is off as we wind down this third quarter. So plenty of time to work with here if you're the Flying Eagles. Get the last shot of the quarter. Quarter that's been dominated by Southwest Virginia. 4 seconds to work with. Neathhammer gets around 2 defenders, went right to the bucket. She's now got a game-high 18 points. And it's all Flying Eagles, 61-40. 3 quarters in the books. We'll take a timeout, come back and bring you the final quarter here in just a moment. 10 minutes left to go, and a good trip so far for Southwest Virginia to the eastern coast of North Carolina. They lead by 21. They dominated that fourth quarter, outscoring Brunswick 21-13 after taking a 13-point lead to start the half. They've now built it out to 21. Glenn's had a good game. She's got 14. Here's Rivera swinging it out. Starling back to Glenn with 10 to shoot.
Go after the ball.
Kennedy went to the ground to save it, but it comes to Neathhammer. Now a game-high 18 points for Page here today. Day attacks, blocked by Starling. No, they say she lost it out of bounds. I thought Starling got the block. Thad Lambert does too, but it's possible that Day might have touched that last, or it was just a weird angle for both of us. There's Rivera, top of the key. Handoff to Smith. Glenn. Kennedy off the glass. Got it to go. 12 in the game for Princess Kennedy. I believe that's only her second field goal. She's done the bulk of her work from the free throw line here today. Entry pass deflected. Nice job by Rivera getting in the passing lane, but Dolphins unable to gain control of the basketball there. So it'll stay with the Flying Eagles on their way to snapping this 4-game losing streak, getting their 5th Region 10 victory. As Neathhammer can't get the bucket, and then she's fouled on the rebound. She might have over 20 rebounds here today. It's really remarkable. They would call that a jump ball, and the entry pass went to Johnson, who scored the quick one. 63-42. Dolphins again. Glenn putting the moves on, and Glenn gets the whistle. She'll go to the free throw line. So keeping that double-figure scoring streak alive, Amaya Glenn, already with 14 here today. And a chance to add to that. Glenn came in averaging just under 12 points per game.
Nope, not over the line.
3 players, Rivera, Glenn, and Kennedy, scoring in double figures on the season, as Glenn now up to 16, a team high. And they represent about a third of the team's offense, those 3 players. Vanoy with the handoff. Owens gets a nice pass down low. Neathhammer couldn't get it, but cleans it up, and Neathhammer's got 20. There's Glenn between the circles, gets a screen, goes right to Starling from downtown. Yes. Kaya Starling's second triple here today. And you can kind of see her form. She's shooting the ball better in rhythm. 7:42 to go, and running and gunning, Vanoy gets into double figures. She came in averaging 0.9 points per ball game, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is her first game in double figures. She's got 11 now. That's her first 2-pointer. Glenn, top of the key. Handoff to Rivera. Rivera to Smith for 3. Can't bank it. Vanoy's got the rebound, had it poked away. Johnson's there. And then she got fouled. Second team foul on Brunswick. Correction, is it the first? I believe it's maybe the first. We'll check on it. So we'll be with you again Tuesday, Dolphins fans. Lewisburg in town for that makeup game That was originally scheduled to be a part of the Holiday Classic back in December. 3 minutes into this third quarter, 20-point advantage, 67-47. Vanoy looking for another triple. Got another triple. $14 for Vanoy. 4 3-pointers for her. 70-47 as the Dolphins come up empty. Here's Owens into the front court now. Vanoy swings it over to the other hot hand today, Day. Couldn't get that triple to go. Long rebound comes to Owens, who attacks and draws contact. And that is the third team foul on Brunswick with 6:09 to go here in the ball game. Second foul on Rivera. Owens at the line, 61% free throw shooter. Came into the game averaging just a shade under 8 points per game. And gets 1 out of 2. 6 points for Owens this afternoon. Those of you, maybe Misty can answer this. How cold is it supposed to get down in that part of Southwest Virginia? I saw even in Brunswick County, like the Charlotte area is going to be in the teens next week. Francis gets a steal. Francis bobbled the ball, threw up a wild shot, and got it to go. Just how she drew it up. That's exactly what she had planned. Starling thought about the three. Mitchell's been quiet today. A scoreless game for her, in part due to foul trouble. Glenn putting some nice moves on. Starling corner three. And Francis has another board. 73-47, nearing the midway point of the final quarter, and Harvey is going back to the line, where she's hit 3 out of 4 here today. Dolphins racking up the team fouls. They're up to 4. So she is now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Grace Harvey. Rebound controlled by Rivera. Williams back in, has it on the right wing. Starling. Now Glenn. Rivera with 10 to shoot. Mitchell. Everybody's touched the basketball now. Glenn for 3, no good. And on the rebound, I believe they're going to say Harvey had position, and if they do say that, that's going to be 5 fouls on Brunswick. So they're going to call the foul on Rivera. So we're going to have free throws, I believe, for Southwest Virginia when we come back. 4:49 left to go in the game. It is all Flying Eagles here today. 74-47, Southwest Virginia. Sheeman back here with you. Don't worry about it. RV's 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Make it 4 out of 6 as she misses the first one. Dolphins are already over the limit with still 4 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the game. So Harvey gets 1 out of 2. She's got 5, all from the free throw line. (75-47). Southwest Virginia has been in control for most of the game. Dolphins did cut it down to a 5-point deficit. It was 31-26 in the second quarter. Mitchell with 3. Rivera's got to get it off. She does, but it's an air ball. So from that point, it's 41-21. I don't think that's right. My math has been off today, folks. What can I tell you? At Bowling Green State University education. Here is Johnson. Johnson puts it up, no. Harvey put back, no. Dolphins having a lot of trouble on the glass here today. We expected that was going to be a big key if Brunswick wanted to stay competitive. One of the top rebounding teams in the nation, featuring the top rebounder in the nation, and Paige Neathammer. And it's not just been Paige today. Starling for 3, no good. Johnson and Harvey have gotten into the act. And then a turnover there by Francis will give it back to Brunswick. Williams got to get it in. Finds Starling. The mid-range is short. Francis has had some defensive rebounds as well. Looking down low, Francis could have taken that. That's why she's the team's assist leader. Unselfish play there by Francis. She averages almost 5 assists per game. And a nice dime there to the first team all-region. I've decided it already, Paige Neathammer. Rivera goes cross-court to Starling in the corner. Here is Glenn. Buries another triple. A nice afternoon for Amaya Glenn. She's got 19 points. They throw high for Neathammer with 2:44 to go in the game. And Southwest Virginia up by 27. So Flying Eagles turning it over here. Good start to this back-to-back. Boy, Flying Eagles had about as miserable of a trip to Brunswick last year as you could have. They had a car accident. It wasn't a minor one either. While they were in Brunswick County. Nice little runner there by Glenn, who's now up to 21 in the game. Just behind Neathammer, who's got a game-high 22. But fortunately, everybody was okay, but it was one of those things where just some bumps and bruises for sure. How about Vanoy today? She came in averaging .9. She's got 17 here today. 80-52. Another turnover for Brunswick. Quick jumper is short. Rebound by Kennedy. Minute 46 to go in the game. Glenn bounced past to Rivera. Rivera stuck on 9 points. Out to Starling for 3. Got it to go. Her third triple today. So if you're looking for some positives, Dolphins fans, seeing Kyra Starling shooting the ball well from 3. Certainly a positive. Glenn up to 21 points. That's a positive. As the bank shot is good for Vinoy, who continues to pour it on. Vinoy now with 19 in the game. Starling missing that 3. We're inside a minute to go. So Southwest Virginia going to go to 6-6 on the year. Snap this 4-game slide. Open look for Day. She'll fire it in and out. Kennedy's got the rebound. Look out, Francis. I'm all for going above and beyond, but that's a play with seconds left in the game. Don't risk any kind of injuries. You can see she's kind of just shaking it off with the basketball here. So the shot clock's still on. Southwest Virginia will I thought maybe they'd take another shot, but it looks like 2-second difference between the game and shot clock. This is the way you're supposed to win a game, by the way. I can't tell you how irritating it is seeing teams shoot the ball up by 30 points. This is classy right here from Southwest Virginia. So they're going to win it today 82-55 as Southwest Virginia goes to 6-6 on the year and 5-3 in the region. Dolphins fall to 2-8 and 0-8 in the region. I'm pretty sure the game is over. Well, no, they're going to I think the Dolphins still need to inbound it here with 1.1. So Dolphins will inbound it, and that'll do it. So now we can wrap it up. 82-55, your final. Flying Eagles at Fayetteville Tech tomorrow at 1. We'll be with you again, Dolphins fans, coming at you on Tuesday against Lewisburg. And again, it's a matinee, 5 p.m. start time on that one. So come on back for that. Once again, your total, Southwest Virginia wins it today, 82-55. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you again next week. Take care.